Hello, hello once again. Back at it. It is now Tuesday. It is CPI day. And we got CPI super bullish data. Everything broke the forecast, was better than forecasted. That means that now we are looking at potentially a bullish market from this point on, at least until the next month for the next set of data. And so today was a really super bullish day. And I do remember thinking that I needed to be potentially cautious of running any shorts. Unfortunately, a lot of my first few opportunities were shorts. And these are shorts that usually work out very well. But for whatever reason, I guess today, because of the bullish nature of the data, the shorts did not work out. So we're going to start off with NASDAQ. And, I went in for a short. This is a short again that usually works. And it didn't. It reversed, hit my stop loss. And let's check it out. And yet again, same exact thing happened with my second trade as with my first, but except this time it was with euro dollar. I went in on euro dollar and same thing. It looked good. This is usually a move that often works, but again today, because of the bullish data, there was a lot of aggressive buying. I was expecting some kind of flush down to the downside, but it didn't happen. And so again, I got burned. Because there were very aggressive bulls that came in, and again, I got stopped out. So check it out. And so finally, with my third trade, I go in for a long, and surprise, surprise, this was my first win trade. I went in, and unfortunately, I could not capitalize on the full move because already in my mind, I was thinking it had already run so much, so I wasn't really sure how much more it had in the tank. But I only went for 3 Renkos. But it could have done more. Also, remember at this point, because I had back-to-back losses, I have a risk management game plan that I reduce my size whenever I have a back-to-back loss. And so that is what I did for the rest of the day. And on my third trade, it worked out. It went great. And so, yeah, check it out and let's take a look. So this is my fourth trade, again with NASDAQ on the right side. This was a trade that actually finally worked for a short. Unfortunately, I didn't capitalize because I was already shaken up psychologically by my back-to-back losses from my shorts that usually work out. And so because it didn't work out for the first two, and for this one particularly, it was taking too long. It took over 6 minutes. I basically had to come out with just break even covering my commissions. And this was the move that actually worked out. It hit my TP if I had stayed in. I kind of kicked myself a little bit for it. And, next time, the idea is no matter what, you always stick to your strategy and you always follow it because you may eventually be able to cover your losses. And so I didn't, and this went the right way. Take a look, check it out, and see what happens. So just for all intents and purposes, I'm going to do something a little different for today. There were 3 other entry points in which I actually put in my limit order. They just didn't get picked up because it never came down or up to my entry point. And so I missed out on 3 of them. But this is part of discipline. I have to stick to my strategy and my game plan. But this is where they are. There was the one here on NASDAQ. And then there was another one here, also on NASDAQ. In both cases, they actually moved enough that in my game plan, I would not have lost any money, but I also would not have gained any money either. And then here, on the third one, I could have made money on this one. It actually went on a 50-point run. I was going for 40 points, and it would have hit my TP, and I would have made it. But again, it didn't get to my entry point. And so this loss was particularly tough because of those 3 reasons. Usually on a normal day, not a CPI day, I probably would have gotten 1 or 2 of those, or all 3. But in this case, I didn't, and it was unfortunate. And so I missed out on it. It happens. And finally, this is my balance. Right here, as you can see, this was my loss. Just so you know, again, this is actually the first time in, I think, over a month or month and a half where I've gone through back-to-back loss days. It was really difficult for me today, but again, this is part of the job. This is part of the career. This is part of the profession. It's going to happen. You're going to have days like this. You have to keep it moving. You have to be able to manage your risk so that when things start churning again, then it's upward from there. And so take a look, learn, like, share, subscribe, and I'll see you again tomorrow for another great day. Take care. Bye.